Welcome back. Okay, I'm out here with the USAC body that was 3D printed off of eBay with some 220. Did some cleaning up here with the X-Acto knife and getting in here and trying to smooth some stuff out. Get rid of some of the imperfections that hopefully the primer will fill in. There's some pitting going on here. You probably can't see, but I'm gonna sand as much as the surface away, and like I said, hopefully that primer fills it in. I need like one of those model body holders, a vise or something. Oh, that didn't work. A lot of fine lines going laterally to the body. Must have been the direction it was being printed, I don't know. Get rid of some of those. Need some little paper. This is 150. Pretty deep. Well, let's see what the primer filler does. There's quite a bit of pitting here too, up here by the dash. Looks kind of thin. Yeah. That feels a lot smoother than it was. So let me wipe this down and I'll get some primer on it and come back and see how it looks. Okay, so we're back. Got some sanding done. Went out there and made a cardboard makeshift spray booth out by the garbage cans and put the first coat on. I don't have a paint stand, but I did have some pool noodle packing type stuff that just happened to fit right up in there. Keep it nice and snug, doesn't come off. So it says on this stuff to do several light coats until the achieved surface is, or the desired achieved surface or whatever is done. So there's quite a bit of pitting and I didn't want to sand too much. This is a rough body. It's definitely not a resin printed body, but nonetheless, I'm gonna go with it. We'll see what happens. All right, let it dry for a little bit, and we'll get another coat on it. All right, so we're back. Here's the little pool noodle holder in my handy dandy wire stripping tool pool noodle holder, and it's drying. Probably about 10 more minutes and I can slap another coat on it. And then it's not filling in as much as I thought. I didn't want to sand on this too much because it seemed pretty thin in spots, but live and learn. So we'll see how it looks after a while. Well, all right, it's been a minute. Let's go check on it and see what it looks like. Come out here to my custom drying booth. Cookie, you calm down. You guys will be let in a minute. Now, this is a very custom drying booth. You got natural breeze and sun. And maybe a couple bugs. See it? There's one on me right now. But yeah, it's out here drying. Probably going to use the rest of the can on it. Some stuff did fill in, but there are some big gaps, so we'll see. Right on. Peace out. Welcome back. So it didn't turn out exactly how I wanted. The model had some pretty deep imperfections that I wasn't able to sand away or fill with that primer or the paint. And then I did have a can of black paint that I was going to use, but apparently someone used it and didn't clean the nozzle and I couldn't use it, so I ended up having to toss it. So I was impatient and I just painted it straight away with just the primer. And you can see, you know, it's flashing. You can totally see I can't paint to. Look how heavy that is. But, you know, it changes to green and to gray. And, you know, nothing much to talk about. Definitely a live and learn process, and start out with a better body to begin with. And then since I didn't have the black paint to do the chassis and then spray the color on, I did have a black phone stand that I'm using, and I painted that. And the color changes. Oh, let's see if I get that. Look how bright. Now that's a much brighter. And this is on black like it was supposed to be, so I just decided to paint the phone stand. And it changes color a little bit better. Has a nice sparkle to it. But yeah, we'll definitely do this again. Start off with a better body, one that doesn't need so much sanding and doesn't have so much pitting and imperfections, and go from there. So let me chop all this stuff up and get it all mounted and run the car. See you in a bit.